Take a few moments to come into your present moment, into your awareness of where you are right now. Breathe deeply and let go of any distractions or tensions or outside concerns. Feel your abdomen and chest filling up on your inhales, and on your exhales, feel the tension in your body letting go, as though you're letting the air out of a balloon. Do this a few more times, breathing in and breathing out. And as you do so, feel your feet on the ground where you are in this moment. You are about to embark upon a journey where you will be illuminated and guided into a greater wisdom and awareness of where you've come and where you are in your life. So imagine that you're sitting on a strong, sturdy, large rock in the middle of a beautiful, shimmering, clear aquamarine body of water. You feel stable and supported upon this rock. And you watch the sunlight glint across the water. And as you follow the glitter of the sunlight to the horizon, you notice that the sun is just right there at the horizon's line. And it's not quite clear to you if the sun is rising or the sun is setting. And you recognize that a beginning and an ending are the same thing. So sitting there upon your rock, you feel the smoothness of the stone, and it's warm, and it warms you. And you sense anticipation for this journey that you're about to take. So just breathe and relax upon your rock and look out upon the horizon. And way off in the distance, you see some movement of a creature that appears to be swimming toward you. And as this creature swims closer, you realize that she is your mermaid guide. And she swims up to your rock and greets you with a warm smile. She holds out her hands and invites you to put your hands in hers. And she assures you that you are safe And as long as you are with her, you will be taken care of, and you will have everything that you need to get what you need from your journey. So you take your mermaid guide's hands, and she gently coaxes you into the water. The water is warm, almost bathtub temperature. And you feel comfortable and relaxed as the warmth of the water laps up around you. You feel invited into this body of water, and you feel safe. As your mermaid guide brings you deeper and deeper into the water, you feel yourself losing contact with your rock, and you feel yourself floating gently on this body of water. And as you float, you feel the anticipation of where you will be taken next on this journey. So your mermaid guide invites you to submerge yourself. And she takes your hand and you let yourself dip beneath the surface of the water. And as you dip beneath the surface, you realize that you can see very clearly, and you can even breathe in this warm, gentle, relaxing, supportive body of water. So you're swimming with your mermaid guide, and she brings you to this wall. It's a strong, straight rock wall that extends deep into the water, deep down, all the way to the bottom. And she's guiding you along the wall. And as you go deeper, you realize that there are markers at each level of this rock wall that show you things about the past year. So the first marker you come to as you submerge down a little deeper are the milestones that you have experienced in the past year. So you pause at your milestones, just floating there in the water, fully supported. And as you pause, just take note of what big milestones happened this year. You see your birthday. Maybe you see the birthdays of friends or family. And you see other transition points, some that are obvious, and some that are maybe a little more subtle, that would have gone unnoticed if you hadn't seen them on the wall. So take note of the milestones that are significant to you. And thank your milestones for being the markers along your journey. And allow your mermaid guide to take your hand again and guide you deeper along the wall, deeper into the water. And as you dive a little deeper, she slows down at another marker on the wall, And this marker are the challenges that you experienced this year. So just take it all in and notice what challenges you experienced and overcame throughout the past year. Notice what's showing up for you. Acknowledge how difficult some of those challenges may have been for you, and bless them for what they have given you. And now allow your mermaid guide to take you a little deeper. So you're diving deeper and deeper. And you come to another marker. And this marker is the marker of your hopes and dreams. And it starts with the intentions that you set out at the beginning of the year. The things that you had hoped would come to fruition, the dreams that maybe you carried into the year from past years. And these hopes and dreams are there to remind you of what you feel is possible and what your deepest heart's desires are. So take them in very deeply into your heart and allow them to reignite your desire. And now take your mermaid's hand, and as you do that, notice that as you dive deeper, you're coming almost to the bottom of this big, vast, warm body of water. But before you can get to the bottom, there's one more place to stop along the wall. One more marker. And that's the marker of surprises. So as you stop at this area on the wall that's showing you your surprises, the things that surprised you this year, just take note of what happened that you didn't expect to happen, what new things you learned, what things in your life turned out a little differently than the way you thought they would. And allow yourself to be delighted by the surprises that happened this year. And now your mermaid guide takes your hand, and it's just a short distance to the bottom. And as you reach the bottom and you feel the sand beneath your feet, you look up and you see this big, beautiful wooden chest with copper bindings and screws. It almost glows with anticipation, and you know that it's holding some gifts for you. So your mermaid guide opens the lid of this big, beautiful treasure chest that has been packed just for you. And before you're allowed to look in, she stops you because she wants to present you with the gifts from your year. So the first thing she pulls out is a pearl, a beautiful, shiny, luminescent pearl. And she holds it in her hand, presents it to you, and you take it into your hands. And you know, as soon as you take hold of it, that this is the wisdom that you gained from this year. Hold that pearl to your heart and let that pearl inform your heart of the wisdom that you now have from all of the experiences that you've had this year, from the milestones that you've gone through, the challenges you've experienced, the hopes and dreams that may or may not have come to fruition, and the surprises that happened in your life. Take a moment to acknowledge that wisdom, to breathe it in and let it settle deep within your heart, and to know that it's there whenever you need it. Your mermaid guide beckons you to give her back the pearl so that she can put it in a beautiful velvet bag for you. She gently puts it in the bag and then goes back to the chest to get your next treasure. She reaches in and she pulls out a bright green, glistening emerald, a flawless emerald, and she brings it over to you and places it in your hands. You take this beautiful big green flawless emerald, this brilliant green emerald, and you hold it close to your heart, and you know that this emerald is the healing that you experienced this year. And as you hold this emerald to your heart, breathe in that healing experience, the healing energies that you have worked with throughout the year. And allow those healing energies to circulate through your body and to settle in so that you know that you always have access to the activation of healing that has happened in your life this year. And when you're ready, give that beautiful, brilliant green emerald back to your mermaid guide. And she places it in the velvet bag. Then she moves back to your treasure chest, reaches in again, and she pulls out an enormous, deep blue sapphire. She brings it over to you, places it in your hands, and you know, as soon as you feel it, that this is the courage that you gained this year. Hold that sapphire to your heart and feel how much courage you developed to deal with and overcome the challenges in your life, to see your dreams to fruition, to dare to hope, and to allow surprises to unfold. Let that courage course through your vein as you acknowledge how far you have come because you have been courageous. And now give that huge, deep blue sapphire back to your mermaid guide. And she takes it from you, puts it in the velvet bag, goes back to your treasure chest, reaches in and pulls out the most brilliant, clear, bright, shiny diamond that you have ever seen. She brings it over to you, puts it in your hands. And as you take hold of it, you know that this is the strength that you gained from living courageously and healing and integrating the wisdom that you experienced this year. This diamond feels solid. And as you put it to your heart, you feel how the strength that you have gained fortifies every single bone in your body. You feel stronger. You feel like you're standing taller. And you feel like the challenges you've endured, which caused you to develop the wisdom and to heal and to become courageous, are all embodied in this strength that you have now. You feel invincible. Take that in and allow each bone in your body to integrate that strength and to integrate that invincibility. Now give that diamond to your mermaid guide and allow her to place it in your velvet bag. And as she does so, she pulls the drawstring on the bag to seal up your gemstones. She places the bag in your hand. You hold onto it tightly, knowing that these are the gifts that you will retain from this year as you go into the next year. Now your mermaid guide takes you by the hand, and you slowly and steadily ascend to the surface of the water. And as you come to the top of the water, you see your rock, that strong, stable rock that supported you as you awaited this journey. Your guide assists you in returning to the rock safely and soundly. And then she bids you a warm farewell for now. As you lie on the rock, you feel the sun drying you off. And you feel the gratitude in your heart for the gifts that you have gained and retained from this year. Now allow your awareness to come back from your journey so that you can feel yourself within your physical space. Feel your feet on the ground. Wiggle your fingers and open your eyes when you're ready. Take a few moments to make some notes about the wisdom that you now have from your experiences of the year, the healing that you gained and you received from the year, the courage that you exercised, and the strength that you now have to move forward into the next year.